I am Shredder.
Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
Kumusta titos and titas? So kung di nyo maalala si Shredder sa Ninja Turtles dahil batang 80s ako. So anyway, I'd like to make a video today about intermittent fasting. So this has been requested a lot, the basics of intermittent fasting. Alam ko medyo mahaba-habang topic yun, medyo slightly controversial. There are people who say na it absolutely works for them. There are people who say they're scared of it, it's dangerous, it's crazy, unscientific. I wanted to make a video na ipapresent niya information in such a way na hindi ma-intimidate and medyo mas maintindihan in a very, very basic fashion. But bago ang lahat, gusto kong magpasalamat sa inyo for helping us get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you've been subscribed to us, thank you very much. If you haven't, please subscribe. Now, intermittent fasting, it's a very, very controversial topic. A lot of people swear by it. I'm one of those people. I've done it on and off for the last 8 years. I started in 2012. Works well for me. I'm not a bodybuilder, so I don't need to build all that mass. It's a very functional way of keeping my weight in check and also keeping my appetite in control. For those of you who don't know me, matakaw ako. Mahilig akong kumain. Mahilig ako sa masarap na pagkain. Okay. So, intermittent fasting has worked well as a strategy of keeping my weight in check and keeping certain health markers in check also. So, what is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting, simply put, is alternating periods where you don't eat with shorter periods of eating. This is also called time-restricted feeding. Now, is it unscientific? Is it dangerous? I would disagree. In the whole history of the human race, fasting has been used by most religions. Mga kapatid nating Muslim, mga Kristiyano, mga Buddhist, they have all utilized fasting as a part of spiritual cleansing, purification, as a way to bring them closer to God or to meditate. Even ancient doctors like Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, whenever you become a doctor, you take an oath. It's called the Hippocratic Oath. Hippocrates is actually an advocate of fasting also. Now, what are the benefits of fasting? Usually, merong dalawang reasons kung bakit ka magfa-fasting. Yung unang dahilan kung bakit ka magfa-fasting is for weight loss, weight control, or fat loss. Pangalawang dahilan to fast is for longevity or gusto mong mabuhay ng matagal at walang sakit and health. So, yun yung dalawang reason kung bakit ka magfa-fast. So, sino ang hindi dapat mag-fast? Bago natin i-discuss yun, gusto ko muna sabihin, ipaalala na for those of you who are interested in fasting, make sure you consult with a doctor who is familiar with fasting or who actually has experimented with fasting themselves so they can give you their expert opinion. I do this myself. Shout out kay Doc Alvin. So Doc Alvin is my doctor and he fasts himself. So who should not fast? Children. Mga bata hindi dapat mag-fasting kasi marami pa silang kailangang nutrients para lumaki sila. Pangalawa, mga buntis, hindi yan dapat mag-fast. Mayroon silang binubuhay, may dinadala silang tao na kailangan ng constant na nutrients, so hindi yan dapat mag-fast. And pangatlo, certain people with certain conditions, type 1 diabetes, maybe they should not fast as well. Basta always make sure to consult your doctor who is familiar with fasting, kasi meron din namang mga doctors na medyo biased. So, tignan mo yung weight. Okay. Kung medyo malaki-laki, maybe you shouldn't be asking them for advice about fasting. Okay. Let's get back to it. So the benefits of fasting are health and weight loss, weight control. Now, how does weight loss happen? Weight loss happens in fasting kasi tinuturuan mo yung katawan mo to burn stored body fat. Yung katawan natin, umaandar yan on carbs most of the time. So, yung pinakain natin, usually may carbs, kanin sa mga Pilipino. After some time, nauubos yan. It becomes glycogen, yung tinatawag sa carbs na ginagamit for energy. So, pag naubos na yung glycogen, normally about 16 to 18 hours into a fast, gagamit na yung katawan mo ng stored fat o yung taba mo na nakatago. After all, yun ang gamit ng taba. Pag kumakain tayo ng taba, tinatago yan ng katawan mo para sa panahon na magugutom ka. Ang problema, sa mga panahon ngayon, karamihan ng tao hindi na nagugutom. Okay? Siyempre, ibang usapan yung wala kang makain. Let me clarify. Fasting is not starvation. Starvation is a state wherein you don't have a choice. May gera, wala kang makain, or wala kang pambili ng pagkain, short supply, walang supply ng pagkain. Yan ang starvation. Fasting, on the other hand, is a conscious choice to not partake of food for a certain period of time, either for health benefits or for weight loss benefits. So that's the first benefit. Let's go back to that, burning stored fat. The second is calorie reduction. Kasi pag nagfa-fast tayo, normally, intermittent fasting most especially, maikli lang yung window na kakain ka. Let's take, for example, a 16-hour fast with an 8-hour feeding window. So, 16 hours kang hindi kakain. 8 hours ka lang pwedeng kumain. Ngayon, kung sanay ka na mula pagising mo sa umaga, breakfast, mid-morning snack, lunch, merienda sa hapon, dinner, dessert, meron ka pang midnight snacks.
What about second breakfast?
Siyempre marami. That all adds up. Yung calories nun add up. Ngayon, kung papalitin mo yung feeding window, let's say 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of feeding, siyempre mas konti yung makakain mo. Lalo na kung if you're doing another type of fasting, 20 hours fasting and then 4 hours feeding, lalong mas maliit yung makakain mo. So, it's calorie reduction. Let's not forget na at the end of the day, the way that your body keeps or burns fat is eventually dependent on a concept known as energy balance. Maybe another video for that. But those are the two ways that fasting will work for weight loss. Now, next, let's go to health. Fasting works for health, especially if you are diabetic, type 2, not type 1. Type 2 diabetes, ito yung na-acquire mo dahil medyo, let's say, your diet was not so good, medyo nasosobrahan ng carbs, nasosobrahan ng asukal. Hence, anong nangyari is you became insulin resistant or your body doesn't respond so well to insulin anymore, which is why you have to take insulin. That's why you get diabetes. Fasting helps you become insulin sensitive. So because it's not constantly elevating your insulin because you're not constantly eating, remember, every time kumakain ka, lalo na pag maraming carbs, yung insulin mo umaakyat. Kasi yung insulin ang nagsha-shuttle ng carbs into the liver, into the muscles, kung saan siya kailangan para gawing glycogen. Ngayon, hindi na yun aakyat masyado. So, medyo mas magiging stable siya, pati yung blood sugar mo mas magiging stable. So, isa yun sa mga benefits ng fasting for health. Next is, it lowers your triglycerides. It also frees up fat in the liver. So, it will also help people with fatty liver. It improves blood markers. It lowers your LDL cholesterol. Yun yung masamang cholesterol. So, binababa niya yun. Another thing about fasting is a concept that's known as autophagy. So, autophagy is, it means that cells in your body are recycling themselves. So, yung mga sira niya, inaalis niya, yung mga basura, nililinis niya para mas maging efficient ulit yung cells mo. So, that's autophagy. Now, it happens whenever you're fasting in slightly longer periods during the 16 to 18 hours, even 24 hours or more. That's when autophagy works the most. Autophagy has been linked to possibly having anti-cancer benefit. Cancer is basically your cells are going crazy with their reproduction. They're dividing at too rapidly a pace, no? So that's what happens. So autophagy could be beneficial for that. Now let's go back to earlier when I said that it lowers triglycerides, it also lowers LDL cholesterol. Dun sa concept pa lang na yun, it means that fasting is actually good for your heart. Remember, diabetes could lead to heart problems in the future. So blood sugar control or regulation, and then insulin sensitivity, those are the benefits for the diabetic. And then we also have the benefit of having a rest for your gut, for your digestive system. Remember, I said insulin earlier, constantly elevated. So when your gut has a rest, it's able to give more time to other processes in your body, such as healing. Let's get into the types of time-restricted feeding or intermittent fasting. There are 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of feeding, like I mentioned earlier. There are also types like Bulletproof fasting, popularized by ASPREY. They take Bulletproof coffee during the time that they're fasted. And then there's the Warrior Diet by Ori Hofmeckler. So there's 20 hours na nag-undereat ka. Merong certain foods na pwede mong kainin pero konti-konti lang. Tapos meron siyang tinatawag na 4 hours ng overfeeding. In those 4 hours, you can eat as much as you want, but make sure to get it from good, healthy choices. I mean, you're not supposed to fast and eat anything you want, absolutely, like cake, donuts, ice cream. That would be counterproductive. There also is another way of fast. It's called Eat Stop Eat by Brad Pilon, wherein you pick 2 days in a week and then you don't eat for 24 hours. So the way that would work is, let's say you finish eating dinner Tuesday night ng 7 p.m. So kakain ka ulit the next day, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Dun ka ba lang mag-start. So it's 24 hours. And then pick another day, non-consecutive. So it can't be done on Wednesday again. So you should pick like maybe Friday or Saturday. So basically, that's how it works. So this video, I'll only discuss the shorter fasts, meaning less than 24 hours or up to 24 hours. Kasi meron din tayong tinatawag na longer fasts, which is 24 hours up to less than 3 days. And then there are extended fasts, which are 3 days and up. So if you remember in the Bible, Jesus Christ actually fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. Like I said, it's historical. It's part of most religions. I hope this video was helpful. If you made it this far, make sure to give this video a like and let me know in the comments what you'd like to learn about in our future videos. If you want to take a deeper dive into intermittent fasting, we could discuss what you could eat or what breaks a fast, things like that. So thank you very much, Titos and Titas. I hope that was helpful for you guys, and I'll see you next time.